All right. Welcome, everyone, to another session of Shadow Dark. Apologies. I think I just accidentally stopped and restart the stream. I was trying to stop the recording, so I'll give everyone a minute to pop back in. But we're down one player, so we're going to go back and play again with having one of our players play with two. So let me get that set up, and we will get going. There's Jordan. Put him on the map. Get him on. I don't remember exactly where he was, but if you remember where Jordan was, you can certainly move him, Nightmare, but I'm just going to put him on for now. All right. I'm going to do a quick recap for everyone, and then once we do the recap, we will have a couple things to go over with the players, and then we will get started. So let me put that on. Perfect. All right. So the players, you all came into the Lost Citadel. You came in to an initial room that had a bunch of pillars. You found a bullhorn statue. You then went into a room that had some terracotta jars, and you picked up, I believe, a couple of jars that could be used as explosives. From there, you went into another room that had a couple of bowls that you put some food and gold in, and you got some additional luck. And you found a human that was kind of crouched in there that just seemed to be just lurking around. You then went into what appeared to be a bunch of different passageways, almost like a labyrinth. And you saw a bunch of hoof prints, and you actually found an exit that looked like it went into some type of cavern and then outside. So there is an exit that you could possibly get out to. And from there, you went up into a room where you found a kind of a Beastman looking like creature that was passed out, and Dukasoft was just shaking him to wake him up. And that's where we ended. So before we jump in, I'm going to need to start the torch timer up, but I want to do a few things. If you guys can open the party sheet that is under your tools section of Fantasy Grounds in the top right. It looks like three silhouettes of three characters. And it looks like there's still a bunch of inventory that no one has. And because encumbrance is pretty important, if you want any of this, can you guys, somebody pull it onto your character sheet? If you don't, I'll just delete it, because I don't want to have it show that you still have this if you don't want it. So do you guys see, do you see that a party sheet and inventory tab?
Yep. I don't have any more slots though.
Yeah, that it can be a problem. So if anybody wants anything, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna grab that explosive jar for Jordan.
Sure. Okay.
I have one slot left. The unassigned stuff is what's up at the top.
So it should be on your inventory tab in the right quadrant, right upper. It says description, and it has backpack, bullhorn. So if you grab the little arrow on the far right and drag left click and hold onto your inventory sheet, it'll take it.
I'll grab the bullhorn. That was expensive.
That was. All right. Is everyone done? I can delete the rest. Is everyone done with what they want? I think you guys have rope.
I think the stuff is what was on that corpse we found.
Yes, that's right.
I remember you describing that the one impaled on the wall had a withered apple.
No, that's right. So, the rope, the piton, all of that was from the. I had forgotten that you guys did find a statue that looked like it. Maybe it was activated at one point, but it was deactivated, and it had a crushed emerald that still was worth something, but it looked like it was broken, and the rest of these things. So I'll get rid of the rest of what's up here.
Unless it causes a problem, we might. Okay, it's gone.
No, it's okay. You can. It might be back there. I mean, I know where it was. So if you guys do go back, I can always find it. All right, let's see. I'm going to start the timer on the games. The torches start. Sorry.
Looks like Bryce is with us.
Oh, he is.
Hello,
Okay.
hello.
Hello.
Hey, Bryce. Okay, let me kind of reset everyone. You're on the stream. We didn't think you were coming, so but let me get your token back. So, good morning. All right. Get rid of Jorbin, and I'll put Gallon back in. How are you doing this morning, Bryce? Oh. He was there. Sorry, guys. Just give us a second
Gonna
to
grab a
get
reheat
the
on my
player.
coffee. We'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, and I'll do a quick recap for Bryce, too, once he gets
Yeah,
on.
he's still in Discord, so
Okay. Perfect. And I will stop the torch sound effect for now. And don't forget, if you guys, there's not much sound going on right now, but I do have the sound link up. So 1 second.
oh, is that in your
It was in the message of the day. So if you open your story entry and look for, should show up as MOTD, and then there's a link to the audio in there, Squid audio stream, and that should open it up. Right.
where does message of the day show up?
So go to your story entry under campaign story. And then once you pull up story, there should be an entry that says MOTD. I'll put a little background music so that you can tell it's actually working. All right. And let me make sure there's Gallon. Let me get Gallon. I'll get Jorbin off the map. Get Gallon on the map. I don't think Jorbin had anything really important, but if he did, let me know.
If you read this far, give yourself 1 luck point.
Well, I already gave you guys all luck points, so you're good.
Oh man!
I think some of you have 2 because of the of what you found.
Yeah, I donated a ration.
Bryce, can you hear us? I haven't heard you in a while.
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Awesome. And you've got your character. Can you see the map? I think I have an extension that's not allowing me to easily share, but I can reshare if you don't see the map.
Let me grab my character again. Okay.
Sure. And yeah, I have you on the map, so if you do the whole click targeting reticule, you'll be able to pop open.
Yeah, but because there it is.
Oh, good. Excellent. All right, so let me do a really quick recap again, and that is, so the party came into the Lost Citadel. They went through a couple of different rooms, found a bullhorn. They found a statue that was broken, but looked like it was almost like a living or some type of golem that could move and potentially crush them. But it was broken, so they didn't. Nothing happened there. They found a room with some terracotta jars that were explosives. So if you throw them, they can cause damage to another creature. And you also went through a bit of a winding maze and found an exit. So there is another exit if you guys need to exit at any point or feel like exiting at any point in time. And finally, you came into a room, which is where the party is right now. They found what looks to be some type of Beastman who's unconscious and is just about to be woken up by Dukes Off. And before we start, the prior player, Jorbin, he had some kind of a attack with his bowels, and he had to rush out of the dungeon. And as he did that, Jarek, you kind of see some other humanoid that's kind of walking down the hall to your left. That's coming into view. So we'll use that as a quick way to have the characters introduce themselves again, and we'll get started with the stream. So I'm gonna start from the combat tracker top to bottom. So Jarek, can you just briefly mention who you are, anything you want about your character, and anything else?
Sure. So long time GM, like forever GM. Started way back in the TSR days there with Back Me, first edition, second edition, and even some Marvel heroes as well. So Jarek is a human wizard who grew up in the streets of a city. So he's used to being on his own and surviving by his wits.
Awesome. All right, Martin, we'll let you go next.
Hey guys, Caesar here playing Martin. He is a human rogue, and I seen Gwydion setting this thing up one day is session 0, and I said, "Hey, that looks pretty cool." And he needed another player, so I joined, and so far so good, having fun. And
Awesome. Yep,
real
go
quick, Martin was trying to remember why we're down here in the Lost Citadel.
Oh, you're down here. I mean, like many adventurers looking for treasure. And it's a good reminder that all of you on your notes tab of your character sheet have a rumor of something about the Citadel, but you're really here to look for and find treasure. And let's see, Duke's off. I'll let you go next.
Playing Duxoff Hazard. He's a sort of somewhat old and grizzled human. Had been with the barbarians of the Red Hills, but got a little too old and wandered off into the wastes to die, but instead heard the call of a lost god, and has followed that inner voice to this strange citadel. So hoping not only for wealth, but perhaps also revelation.
Like it. Awesome. And how about you, Galen, and anything you want to say about your social and you personally as well?
All right. Hello. It's Bryce. I guess I'm the streaming specialist at Smiteworks, so I work here for Fantasy Grounds, and I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry that I'm late. My alarm did not go off, so I rushed right here.
It happens. All good. Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks to you all for adding to Smiteworks for adding Shadow Dark support.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're that Bryce.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
From Fantasy Ground Fridays. Nice.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too.
All right. So before I jump in, and I'm going to say just a couple other things, and we'll just get rolling. But for those of you that are on the stream and watching, yes, it wasn't just a teaser. I will be giving away a free standard Fantasy Grounds license. Probably do it at the break, so I'm not going to tease you and do it at the very end. We'll probably do it about halfway through. So stay around, and we'll run that contest, and I'll give away a free license for those that are here. And anyone in my game can participate too if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Bryce to win that.
Right. Excellent. And Bryce, just a couple of things, and then we'll get in. You'll learn as you go. I know you haven't played this, I don't think, but we'll typically go in initiative order, like the order that's in the combat tracker. Everyone can do an action and or a movement. So we'll put everybody in initiative order throughout the entire game.
Okay.
And if you want to, actually, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative just so we have you plugged into here in initiative order, and then if we have a combat, we'll roll it again.
Oh, that's to all of us.
No, just Galen, since he's the only one that doesn't have an initiative. And Bryce, Galen, that is on your character sheet. I know it's a little different, but it's on the main tab at the very bottom left. There's a button.
There it is.
Yeah, I know. It's a little, you'll get used to the character sheet.
And Gwydion, I think I asked this last time, but I've just forgotten the answer.
Mm-hmm.
The bullhorn, is that like an instrument or a drinking horn, or is it solid?
It's all solid. It's just like a treasure piece. That's all.
Okay.
All right. So Duke's off. So we'll jump in. I'm going to start the light timer. So 1 second. And I will start that over here, and then we can get going. You want to? There we go.
Yeah, I just slid the spear out of reach of the the sleeping Beastman and reached out and shaking his shoulder.
So
Wake up, brother! This is a poor place to sleep.
So as you do that, this creature, humanoid, he does wake up. He immediately grabs the back of his head, which, as I had previously mentioned, you can see that it looks like he might have hit his head. He's got some blood coming from his head, and he looks up at you, and in a very guttural language with grunts and
I
groans.
do speak Thanian.
I know. So so those of you that are looking in chat, some of you may understand what he is saying.
In chat.
And so he does that. And so Duke's off. I'm actually going to go now since you woke him up. He wakes up and he says what he says. And from there, I'm actually going to go to the top of the order and let Jarek decide.
Question.
Yeah.
Where is the chat window?
So at the bottom left, you should see there's a little sting bat, like a sturge. And right under that, you'll see all of the chat, which it should show the language. And Martin, can you see that?
Oh yeah, I speak it.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure
Bottom
you
left
saw
of-
it. I mean, right in Fantasy Grounds, right above your dice and right above the modifiers, there's an entire window that has all your rolls and it has chat, all of the discussion within Fantasy Grounds.
All right. Why am I being an idiot?
It should be right under where you see that like bat, and maybe somehow you moved it or closed it. It's very hard to miss. It's very big.
Dice Tower?
No, that's on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, right above where it says ADV, DIS, +1, +2, all your modifiers, should be right above that.
Oh, I was looking at the map.
No. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say, I didn't think you could close the chat window.
I was gonna say I didn't think so, but all right.
But
So
you can cover it over though.
yes, you can. So all right. So Jarek, you hear this. You see this creature waking up, and you hear this guttural language, but you may not understand it. But you have an action and a move. So do whatever you'd like.
Let's see. I'm just nervous about the noob thing here, so I'm just going to keep my distance and keep my eye on him.
Sounds good. And if you don't want to do anything else, you're welcome to pass or move up or just stay there and hold an action. But yep. All right, Martin.
So Martin's going to ask him this question.
And if you want to say it, do it however you want. You can do it in chat, or if you want to say it to others, can hear it. It's up to you.
I don't know. Everybody probably speaks it anyway.
No, they don't actually. And but if you guys would, I mean, you tell me if you would be translating. We don't have to continue to do this since a few of you do speak it. So I assume you guys would be at least telling your compatriots a bit of what you speak.
Yeah, I just asked him if he fell or did
I
somebody
saw.
strike him in the back of the head.
Yep, and he kind of looks up at you and again is trying to shake the cobwebs loose, and he says in this Thanian language, I fell. I was running around through here. I heard something. It scared me, and I fell. But who are all of you, and what are you doing here?
Well, we're just wandering around here and looking for, little trinkets.
Says, well, he asked, how did you come from outside, and how did you get away from the dragons? They're everywhere.
The dragons?
Yeah. How did we get away from them?
I haven't seen any dragons.
There were dragons?
He looks very puzzled. He looks very, very confused. And
The dragons have been gone for many, many years.
Martin, do you want
Have you
to?
not ventured out? There's an entrance just off down the halls a bit.
Absolutely. He's like, we have not ventured out in some time, and Duke's off with that. I don't think you were really focused on it, but I think your lantern might have just gone out.
It started to flicker. I will refill it.
Okay, sounds good. Let me update that 1 second.
I'm down to 2 flasks of oil.
Okay, there we go. All right, so let's just because we're more in a talking mode at the moment. Gallon, what would you like to do? You're kind of hearing your compatriots speak, so you're hearing some of this, but you're still not quite in the room. What would you like to do?
All right. I guess probably move closer so I understand more what's going on.
Sounds good. And I have not locked tokens, so you're welcome to move yourself. And
Not sure if I fully want to enter the room, but I'm
That's
going to
fine.
come up to the
sure.
the corner there.
All right. So as you see that, just as an FYI, you can see a little bit more into the room. So you do see this gray-furred humanoid creature. You also see what appear to be these bas-relief carvings that are kind of dense around the walls. A little hard to make out from where you are, but you can definitely see that there's some type of carvings and scenes along the walls.
Mm.
Anything else you want to do for the moment, or just hold there?
I'm going to not like explicitly, but I'm going to put my hand on my sword just in case.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so as you do that, this creature still looks at all of you, and he turns to Duke's off since he's right next to him, and he says, well, we do not go outside and have not gone outside for many, many years. There's dragons are all over the skies, and we've lived underground in here now for years, but he still looks at you very, very suspiciously, and he just kind of shuts up from there and just kind of keeps his eye, and he looks over at his spear because you kicked it out of his way, but he's very twitchy and nervous. So anyone can, unless you guys are going to take any specific action, you guys can all just talk or do what you'd like for the moment.
Does he look just narratively having been bumped on the head and knocked out, or does he look actually wounded?
I mean, it looks like a little of both. I mean, he is bleeding, so he does look a bit damaged, and it looks like he has taken some wounds.
I'll go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on him then. All
right, so that's going to be our first spell. So let's remember, as long as you cast a spell, you have to first do your roll and make sure that it goes off, because if you do not, if it doesn't work, you could lose the spell. So go ahead and so let's go ahead and to target him with your spell, you can control left click on his token. So either on the map or in the combat tracker. So, and that'll show then that you've now it shows that, you had him targeted. Now he's untargeted. And there you go. And then if you go to your if you go to your character sheet, the main tab, there's a little use power, like a die button next to Cure Wounds. Go ahead and give that a click.
In the name of the Nameless One.
All right, so that succeeds. That's true. Let's look at that for a second. I think I know why. But you did have.
I had created a macro to roll spells, so I hadn't realized I could do it as easily as rolling the use power.
Okay.
So I selected the +4 when I dragged it down and hadn't moved that back to 0.
No worries. So next time, I mean, first of all, you rolled a 12. You're gonna get it off, so no problem. But I do have a effect button because you did select advantage on Cure Wounds. So you're going to be able to click that effect before you roll, and you'll get advantage on your spellcast check. But regardless, it worked. So now you can go ahead and hit the little plus sign next to. All right, he is healed. Awesome. And all right, so he kind of looks at you like, wow. He goes, thank you very, very, very much. Well, why would you heal me? What, you don't even know me.
I followed the call of my god to the Citadel. Knowing more of what goes on here, being, always better to be friends first, enemies only if there's a reason. You seem like a reasonable fellow. Is there a reason I shouldn't trust you?
Thank you. I'm not used to anyone or anything being friendly. So thank you. I appreciate this very, very much. And he goes to kind of grab his sack that is fallen next to him. He's trying to describe that.
You seem familiar with this place. We are visitors, as you so wisely determined. Can you tell us much of what is here?
He says, "Well, be very careful of the red devil, the large Minotaur that stalks these halls, and you will hear him, but be very, very careful. He is extremely powerful. You all do not look like, no offense, but you do not look like very strong adventurers, and he is extremely, extremely powerful. He lives to the room to the east of your friends that seem to be stalking just outside this room. I see them down to the south. If they keep walking to the east,
what is your name, brother?
My name is Brell.
Brell, come on in, fellas. Brell's just fine. He was just talking to me about how he's gonna show us around the place. Make sure we don't run into this red devil creature of his.
I'm not interested in walking around with you. I have my own people to get back to, but I would say be careful and be careful of that Minotaur. And he does come out. Go ahead. I just said he does come out frequently and stalk the halls. You'll see him on occasion, but if I were you, I would not engage him. He is extremely powerful. But he lives in the room to the east.
We certainly don't want to go there. You say you have others here. Perhaps you could introduce us. We wouldn't want there to be any unfortunate misunderstandings. It would be a shame to send any of your fellows into the afterlife.
Give me, actually, this might be a little bit. So give me a charisma roll in the tower. So left click on the charisma, the 16 that's on your character sheet in the main tab. Left click and hold, and then drop it in that dice tower.
So if I left click and hold, it moves the whole character sheet.
Okay, maybe you can't do that. 1 second.
Yeah, you can. You just have to click directly on the 16.
Oh yeah, you can.
Your charisma.
Yep. Click directly. Yeah, there you go. And then just drop in the tower. Okay.
That makes it invisible, huh?
Yeah, it does. So I know that's just something. So he seems a little wary, but I mean, he looks around at the rest of your party, and they say, if I will take you to our leader, if you'd like, I will take you to Rogath, our leader, and you are welcome to talk to him if you'd like.
Cool. And it seems like it was reasonably successful, but if I could make an argument for advantage for having healed him.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I actually allowed you to, but yes, I mean, that's fair enough.
Awesome. That made it possible.
Yep. All right. All right. So to the rest of you, it sounds like he kind of picks up. He looks over to his spear, and he definitely
Like-
wants to grab that to be armed again.
Yeah,
Does
reach over, grab it, and hand it to him.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So he looks around to everyone, and he starts walking. But is everyone? Are all of you
What do you think,
coming
fellas?
with us? So what's everybody else think?
Being on
I'll
good
follow.
terms with Brell's people while we're here seems like it could be helpful.
Martin thinks Dukesoff may be too trusting,
Okay.
so he'll follow it from the behind.
I agree.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. All right. And he looks up to Martin and says and he says, Can you please move down to the south just below me? He goes up here, and you see him push on the stone on the wall, and he walks up. Should be open. Hold on. Why is it not? Oh, I know. I think I know why. Give me 1 second. I think he might need some light. No, he does have light. Why is that not letting him go in there? 1 second. Huh. Can you guys see that room that I just opened up?
We can see a little bit extra, but not a full room.
Oh, you know why? There we go. That's weird. There's somebody put in 2 doors accidentally. Okay. That's why. All right. So he pushes this aside and he goes further into the room. So let's go back we're going to go into initiative order. So Duke's off just went. So we are going to go back up to Jarek. And Jarek, you see the Beastman open this room, and he goes a bit further into this room. So I will let you decide what you'd like to do.
Since I'm squishy, I'm just gonna go to the door, but not actually go in there yet,
Okay, go ahead. Yep.
because I see other beastmen in there, and I don't want to mess around in there.
Right. And if that's all you'd like to do, you can, pass. And Martin, what would you like to do?
Martin's gonna go right here up behind Dukesoff and give him a nudge and say, "You started this." Push him towards the door.
Okay.
I say, in respond to Martin, not in Thanian. I'm glad to see you're staying alert, but better to see them coming than have them come at us from behind.
All right, Duke's off. What would you like to do?
And hopefully they will be friends, but I agree.
All right, Duke's off. You're up.
Go ahead and cast protection from evil on myself.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
Nope.
All right, so that failed. And hopefully if you guys have the sounds up, you should be hearing sounds. But you may not have the link up.
I do, and I
I do
didn't
have
hear
the
the
link up,
sound.
but I don't
Oh,
sound.
Oh, really? Oh, shoot.
I have
Oh, I
sound
just-
It might be on my end.
I just pushed the big
Fantasy
play
sounds?
button. Maybe that's why.
but I'm not getting any sound from your sound ninja.
So do you hear anything right now? Like background music?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let me check for a second because I do want that working. But let me.
And while Gwydion's doing that, how do I move the map around? I've tried right click, center click.
Use your middle mouse.
I did it. I thought I'd done that, but you're right. That's exactly what it is.
You can also use WASD as well to move it around with your keyboard.
All right.
And then X and C will zoom in and zoom out, or you can use your scroll wheel.
Cool. Is there a way to zoom in on the character sheet? To essentially make the character sheet bigger rather than just resizing its frame?
I think you can just resize it. I don't think you can actually zoom in.
Okay.
All right. Shoot. Let me.
You have to use the scale UI to make the words and everything bigger.
Yeah.
Where's that?
/scale UI, and then you can go from 100 to 200%.
I heard
That-
that.
Okay, good.
There it goes.
I just had to. I'm glad you guys said something. I had to switch. I had to switch that up. So make sure I had the right output. The stream was hearing it, but you weren't. So what I was going to say, Dukes off, is you're welcome to just run with that and lose the cure wound spell now, or you do have 2 luck tokens. You can use a luck token to re-roll that if you'd like to try, but it's totally up to you.
Yeah, I will go ahead and use a luck token to re-roll it.
So to
Protection
do-
from evil could come in handy.
To do that on your main tab, you should be able to double click, I believe, on the clover, and it'll decrement one of your luck tokens to leave 1, and then you can go ahead and you might have to on the main tab where it says combat underneath spells, you can click on that and toggle it to prepare, and you can prepare protection from evil again so you see it. So let me know if that makes sense, and then you can go back to combat and try to cast it again, because it's going to be grayed out for you since you failed your check.
I'm just going to figure out how to prepare it.
Yeah, you should be able to, if you go to toggle, click
the little circle.
Yep, you got it. And then just, click that again. Oh, I thought it was a 4, but you succeeded, so. All right. So now, wow, it's a big sound. So if you go to your magnifying glass on the protection from evil line and you click on it, it'll open up, and then you should be able to click on both the effect that says the first one and the second effect, because that will it is a focus spell, which means you have to keep concentration basically on it, but it also grants you grants others disadvantage attack against you. Let me look at that again. And I think it has to be a chaotic being. So let me look at this again. Okay.
And I'm sorry, what do I need to do?
You just need to. So there's 2. If you click on the magnifying glass, it should open on your character, and then click on the little icon to the left of where it says effect, and click on both of those, I believe.
Got it.
Yeah, and there should be focused. And the one thing I don't know is if it's set up. Let me look at this. I don't know if it'll. You know what? Let's get rid of. For now, I'm going to get rid of the grant disadvantage attack, because you'll do that right before the roll. So we'll leave it on you right now, and then if somebody attacks you, we'll have to look and determine whether or not they're chaotic, and if they are, then we'll click on that, and it'll grant them disadvantage attack again.
Okay.
All right. Excellent. So Duke's off. So you did that. So that was your action. You do have a movement if you want.
And then as a move, I'll follow him in if he moves.
Okay. Sounds good. So you can pass, and then Gallon will be up.
I was thinking Jarek was Brell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, everyone, thanks for watching. All right.
Oh my.
Okay, so Duke's
Well,
off.
I think
You can pass, and then Gallon's up.
Oh, right. Pass is in the initiative tracker, yes?
Yep, right next to it says next actor. It's a little down arrow to the left of where it says menu. It might not say menu on yours. It might just have a little down arrow at the bottom of the combat tracker.
Yep, just the down arrow.
Well, I'm finding. Can you pass for me? Because
Sure.
I'm wiggling screens around.
All good. All right, Gallon, you're up.
Yeah, well, I think since I'm going to assume the most capable fighter, I'm going to come on and at least get near the front. So I'll slump on past Jarek, and while I'm moving, I do want to ask Martin, did you know there was a secret passage in that corner?
No. But I've heard rumors that there's secret passages all over this place.
Good to
So-
know.
So, Gallon, as you step up there and Dukesoff is in, you can obviously see there's more than a dozen Beastmen here, and Brell has walked in. He kind of walks over into the corner, and kind of in the far right is a very large hulking Beastman that seems to be he's chewing on what looks to be the body of a centipede, and he kind of looks up at Brell, and Brell quickly says, Rogath, these are adventurers. They healed me. I tripped and fell, and they healed me. And they wanted to meet our leader. And he kind of grunts and looks up, and actually Rogath looks at you all, and he does speak in common and says, well, I see two of you. And everyone needs to come in here. I don't want anyone outside of my eyesight. If there's other of you, please come in here now. And they all look a little twitchy, but yeah. What do you do? He asks the rest of you to come in the room.
Martin will follow in.
And you can go ahead and move. We won't worry about the turn for a second.
And is there light in here other than my lantern?
There's not. Whatever light people have, otherwise it is dark. They don't seem to be affected at all. They seem to see just fine, but it's dark. And Martin, are you going to stay back in the out of sight? Okay. All right, you're going to come in. All right. And so Rogath looks at all of you, and we can. Anyone is welcome to answer. Again, I'm not going to worry about initiative for the discussion unless anyone wants to do something specifically. But Rogath says, "Well, thank you for healing Brell. But what is your business here? What are you doing here, and where have you come from?"
Well, I come originally from the Red Hills, but as I wandered the wastes, I heard a call that brought me here. The God I answered seems to want me to learn more of this place.
And you came from outside of the Citadel?
Well, yes. If we'd come from inside, we'd probably have met already now, wouldn't we?
Well, there are several entrances to the Citadel, so not necessarily. And anyone who's outside, I would have thought you would have been devoured by the dragons.
Is that the dragons? Is that what all those great, enormous bones would have come from? No, nothing living.
He says, no, these are just the bones of various centipedes and creatures, rats and things that we have found here to eat. But no, that we haven't been outside in many years. But we stay inside because we do not want to be eaten by the dragons. The red devil is better than the red dragons or the dragons.
There's
We
not
may
even
have just gotten
dragons.
lucky then.
So now that you're in here, what are you doing? You've healed and helped Brell, part of my clan. So
I suspect my people may have come from here long ago, perhaps before these dragons of yours arrived. So looking for artifacts and anything that might tell me more of the history or why I felt the call to come here.
So
Are there
Martin,
writings or the like, carvings, things that might tell of who built this place?
Martin's gonna just tell him there's no dragons on the outside of the Citadel.
He just looks
None
at you.
that we've encountered anyway.
He looks at you very, very suspiciously. He says, well, I don't believe that, and we prefer to stay in here with what we know. And
Well, you're welcome. Oh, none of us. We're not telling you have to leave.
You've been living a sheltered life.
yes, we have, but the devil that you know is much better than the many devils that we are concerned await us outside. And we've crafted out our own bare existence in here. As long as we stay away from the red devil, then my clan is okay. But
Well, and when Brell mentioned you, we wanted to try and be sure to meet you, so there were no unfortunate accidents. Wouldn't want either you or us to be hurt to no purpose. And it's good to know that there's this red devil that we should be sure to try and avoid.
But there's a lot better food on the outside than these centipedes you're eating. I'll toss him one of my rations.
Excellent.
oh, he greedily. A lot of the beastmen seem to get closer, but Rogath grabs it and looks at everyone and kind of snarls and eats it himself and just nods his head. Thank you. I appreciate that, and it does get certainly old chewing on the carcasses that are in this place.
There's plenty more on the outside of the Citadel.
And-
Fruits and vegetables and really meaty creatures that are tasty. And no dragons.
Hmm. And he looks at you and he says, How hardy of adventurers do you all think you are? How strong is your party? You don't look incredibly strong, but how strong are you?
Probably not as strong as your clan.
Not as strong as I was in my younger days. I was heading out into the wastes to die, after all, before I took up this new calling. Why do you ask, Rogan?
He says, well, other than the spider-like creatures that are in here that we keep our distance from, if we were to collaborate and kill the Scarlet Minotaur, then this place would be much safer for me and my clan to run this Citadel.
Join forces?
And he looks at you and he says, I cannot spare all of my clan. This would be a dangerous undertaking, but I could spare a handful of them. And he looks over to a few of them and says, I could give you Grenton, Hargol, and you see a couple of them, their heads pop up like, what? Us? Beetle, and even Brell, and if he didn't tell you, Brell's my younger brother, but I'd be more than willing to let them go with you and see if you can dispatch of the Scarlet Minotaur should you choose to assist.
This would be most welcome, I think. I look around to the others. What say you? Shall we have these three fine fellows come along with us?
Sounds good to me.
Point out any of these spider creatures. Perhaps we test our mettle against them. Make sure our edge is still sharp.
All right, and as he kind of explains to you what those creatures look like, and this is the image that he describes to you.
Ah,
Holy crap.
Oh, well, that's worse than I thought.
Definitely not any of those on the outside of the Citadel.
And he says not to worry. They are certainly a challenge, but much less so than the Scarlet Minotaur is.
Good to know.
So he does motion towards a handful of those beastmen, and they kind of come down towards you as others walk away, but a handful of them that he had mentioned come down your way. And let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. Where's the other one? Oh, yeah, and they come up next to you. Oh, here we go. Yep. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that are willing to go with you. And he had mentioned that he says, are you ready now to face the Minotaur? He is typically in his chamber, and he had mentioned that is a little bit down and to the right. That's something you all are interested in doing now.
We should, if they'll come with us. But I think before we face this red devil, we explore a little bit more and see if I can find more of the histories here. I think there is something my God wishes of me before. Probably sent me here to deal with this threat of yours. But I feel there is more to learn before we do so.
He says that is fine. You now know where to find us when you are ready to face the Minotaur. I have no interest in exploring the rest of this place, but when you're interested in facing the Minotaur, come back, and Brell and his cohorts will come with you.
Looks like we're exploring on our own. We
Perhaps.
just gotta stay away from that big, ugly beast Minotaur thing.
Yes. Well, it is an honor to meet you, Rogath.
Honor to meet you as well.
We'll be back.
And the blessings of the lost be on all of you.
You as well. And as that happens,
Can we get any kind of map reveal from him in terms of describing anything around the area, or not really?
Not, I mean, in general, not. He doesn't. They seem to keep to their own areas, so there's not a lot that he can talk to you about.
Sounds like a plan. Are there? Is there only your one clan?
Yes, there is.
And other than Brell, is this all of you, or are there other? If we run into all of your people now know us?
They all know you, and they will, as long as you are not aggressive towards them, they will not be aggressive towards you. And Jarek, your light went out, Jarek. I mean, we're not really in combat or anything, so you're welcome to relight a torch if you'd like, but
Yeah, I think I will.
Yep.
And I closed my map. How do I reopen? I thought it was under campaign images, but I'm not.
So you can always, on your character sheet, if you click on
right.
your portrait, yeah, and then. All right, let me get another. So Jarek, get a torch. Jarek relights one. Let me manage the light panel quickly. All right, it should be good.
Do you suggest we come back out this way or down this other hallway?
He points to you down towards the secret door you came through and suggests you come out through the way this way.
Somebody really needs to make a light panel extension for 5e because that shit is cool.
It is. I really like it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. 1 second. I'm gonna do one other thing.
Well, that's okay. I just got kicked out.
Oh, you did? I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Huh. All right, let you come back on. So those that are on this,
I'm working on it.
I'll talk to the stream for a second. You guys,
do you want a focus roll for protection from evil? I know we're sort of in narrative time, but
that's a really good question. Let me open that again and see if there. I know it's a focus. but I want to see if there's any
They-
other
in-
limitation.
In combat, it's round by round. In crawling time, it's usually round by round, but we were sort of
Yeah, let's do one roll for now, and let's do one roll for now, and then we'll go back into narrative roll. Yeah, I guess I thought there was a specific, but you're right. I don't think there is.
Oh, so you got to roll
Right.
concentration every round on a spell?
Yeah, well, not
Yep.
only focus spells, and there's not that many. They're only focus spells. Right?
Yeah, the nice thing about a focus spell is it keeps going as long as you can maintain it. But
Yep.
yeah, you got to keep rolling.
All right. So you guys now know where they are. So we'll go back into initiative order, and Martin, we'll just start with you, and tell me what you want to do. You guys know to the east now is where the Scarlet Minotaur lies, and so I think you there is a bit of a hallway to the left, and that's all you have at the moment, or down
Yeah.
where you came from.
And did we come up from the south?
You did. Yep, you did.
Heading west seems like it might be a good idea. Excellent, Martin.
Yeah, so Martin will go over here. He doesn't have a light source, so he kind of went into the dark,
Sure.
Yep,
but that's where he likes to be.
Training behind you. Okay.
Yep, sounds good. And if you guys just want to do your move, I'll just let you pass. And if you want to just move and pass, we'll let Duke's off. All right, so Duke's off. As you get there, before we maybe go to Gallon or someone, this corridor opens into a room, and there's a mosaic of rich orange, yellow, and red tiles in a swirl pattern. So what you see is, just quickly out of character for just a moment, out of game, is what I've put into the map. So So bear with me. Oh shoot, 1 second. That should not be up there. Second.
It is a non-obvious ochre jelly, or are we supposed to see that?
No, you are not supposed to see that. I wish it would not have dropped it on right when I should be invisible, but okay.
Winding back, erasing.
Yeah. So it's basically this a mosaic of orange and red tiles in a swirl pattern as you go. And so I know you just moved up there. Do you want to pass and let Gallon come behind you, or it's up to you what you want to do next?
Yeah, I'm sort of keeping behind Martin to give him light.
Okay. All right, you can pass if you have the combat tracker up now.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, it's all right. All right, Gallon.
All right, I'm just gonna follow my hand behind, still hand on my weapon just in case.
Okay, sounds good. Now I'm going to do some cleanup in the tracker real quickly because there's a lot up here. So give me a minute.
Martin will tell those around the corner that can't see the room that there's a room in front of us with no door.
Okay.
Which way did they go?
They went, yeah, that's right. If you have no light source, down and to the west. So does anyone have a? Yeah,
I do have a light source.
Okay. There.
I said AFK quickly, so I didn't see what.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, they're just down and just to the west, like right here. If you see that.
Gotcha.
All right. So, Gallon, anything else you'd like to do before we move it back to Jarek? Right.
No.
Okay, fine. All right. So, Jarek, you saw your friends go down here, and again, you see this open up into a room that has like a rich orange, yellow, and red tile swirl pattern on the ground.
We've been this way once before, haven't we? Or was it
No.
a different spot?
This is a different spot.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to you, and there you go. All right. So that does go into effect, and that is a 15. So you can click on the first effect, which adds, I think, 1 to your armor class. And I think the reason it is 1 is your armor class just becomes 14, and I think you're already at 13. So, all right,
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
excellent. All right, so that is your turn. So, Martin, what would you like to do? And you can always hold if you want to always go behind Duke's off. I can move you down just so since he has the light source. I'm happy to kind of reverse those order.
Martin,
Because I think Martin's got a good eye for
Okay.
dangerous things on the floor, so
Okay.
it's more Dukesoff just sort of, following behind him to give him light.
Yep, Martin's not afraid to go into the dark. That's where he prefers to be. But
okay.
So he's gonna, and as always, as he's moving cautiously, enter this area, looking at the ceilings, the floors, the walls, any secret, looking around, traps and everything.
Okay. I'll let you, if you'd like to move up, I'll let you move up a bit. And so you as you get up there and you're searching around, looking around, you do notice that part of the floor looks a little bit different, and it looks colorful, but almost like it's moving, and you are not surprised because you are kind of looking around for things. But you do see, and I'll share this with everyone, but you see this mass on the floor. And as you come into the room, if everyone could re-roll their initiative, please. And this jelly-like creature, and now why isn't it not, let me roll mine. Second, just want to roll NPC. Okay.
I accidentally double-clicked if you want to change mine to the first roll as a 7.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that was, sorry, who was that?
Martin.
Okay, there we go. All right. So you're not surprised, but this ochre jelly does move extremely fast. So as it does so, it reaches out a tentacle to Martin.
The image didn't pop up.
Oh, it didn't. Let me. There we go. Do you see it on the map?
I see it on the map. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
so
the image didn't.
Oh, the image didn't pop up when I did.
The image is just black.
I wonder if that is because. 1 second.
You got light on the image?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I thought I didn't, but I do want to pop that open real quick.
There it is.
There it is.
That's nasty. Oh, there it goes.
Okay. All right. I'll have to leave it there. Thank you for telling me. But that is what it looks like.
It's moving too, and it's pretty nasty.
Yes, it is moving. All right. So this tentacle comes flashing out at you, Martin. And the first one misses, but it does have another tentacle that comes flashing out at you. And it misses again as this sloshing mass collapses back a bit on itself, and it will pass its turn.
And Martin's going to say, "Fighters to the front."
I like it. All right, so Jarek, you hear some like sloshing mass, and you certainly hear Jarek say something, but you're up.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead there and I'll fire it out so I can see what the hell's going on.
I'm gonna turn that down. I can't tell how loud it is, but I turned it down.
Yeah, it went up pretty loud.
Yeah, sometimes it does that. All right, Jarek. So you're up there. I'm gonna move this guy like into some actual square. There we go. Move him actually into the square.
And I'm gonna try a magic missile at it.
Okay, so okay. All right, so magic missile, you always get to attack with advantage, so you can roll that one more time. I do have an effect we can do next time, but you can roll one more time on your attack. It's always an advantage.
I had to bring it back up here.
Here. You guys can control the volume on your end too if it gets too loud for Sirenscape. All right, so that time it hit. So make sure you have it. You have it targeted. So yep, go ahead and roll your damage.
Did it die?
This missile slams into it. It looks like a couple of flecks fell off of it, but it did not look. It looked like it damaged it as it should, but did not look like it did a whole lot to it. It seems just fine right now. All right.
I'm going to just take one step back, but the rest was more of a movement here.
Okay. And Bryce, just for your info out of game real quick, there are no opportunity attacks in Shadow Dark.
Okay.
So just FYI. All right.
And you can pass freely through your allies as well.
Fair enough. That's right.
Okay.
You can.
Okay, well,
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to ping. All right.
Pinging me.
Yeah, I didn't mean
I'm
to.
gonna slip through. So I guess I'm gonna pull out my longbow because I don't think I want to get close to that thing.
That's fine, and you can do that as it's a free action to pull out your longbow.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna pull out my longbow, and I think you're gonna shoot at him.
I like it. Nice. That's a solid hit.
Perfect.
All right, so this arrow just like it goes into this jelly, and it seems like it goes all the way into it and almost through it, but you do see like a couple of big blobs just fall off to the side. That looked like it was a very nice hit. All right, Galen, if you're
Hopefully this thing can be killed.
yeah, it looked like that damaged it pretty good. Duke's off. What say you? And make sure before you do anything, can you roll your focus?
Yes, indeed.
All right, so that stayed on. So what would you like to do?
2, 3, I'll take a swing at it with the staff, but
All right.
still think of myself as being a warrior. But
And make sure you target it before so you can control left click, and in the combat tracker it'll tell you when you have it targeted. There you go. Perfect.
there's something on here too.
And there should be an attack action. Yeah, if you
The
roll on
the
where it
sword
says the little -2. So your staff is so double click on that. Yeah, that little -2. There you go. Perfect. And that missed as you swing wildly with your staff.
Well, it's not so much of a wild swing as it is just not a terribly effective one.
All right.
Practice
Strength
swing.
of my arms isn't what it used to be.
Just a practice swing. You'll get them next time.
All right. So you can pass Dukes off if you're done, and then Martin, you are up.
Martin is going to move around this thing over to the door here, just to see if he can get away from it a little bit. And he wants to use this explosive jar that
Okay.
he picked up. And I don't want to throw it. I don't know how the mechanics work, but if I don't want to throw it at the jelly because it might just absorb it. So I want to like throw it on the ground, like right in front of it to hit it.
Sure, almost like just like a concussive blast, like right in front of it.
Right.
Perfect. So yeah, go ahead and control left click to target him. Go ahead and target him, and then I do have the explosive jar on your character sheet, so you can.
Click the roll attack.
Yep. And that hit, so you can go ahead and roll your damage.
Go back and get more of those.
Holy macro, that sucked.
Yeah, I mean it did a little bit. It definitely damaged him, but he is still up and clicking. All right, he's going to decide who he's going to go after. 1 second. All right, so he's staying after what was right in front of him. So he comes out to Martin, and he targets Martin, and one of these pseudopods comes flying your way and hits. Oh, geez. And this thing slams at Martin and immediately puts him down. So, Martin, you are down. Do me a favor. And on your main section of your character sheet at the bottom left, there's a little button that says DT next to initiative. You click that. So Martin will be unconscious, but he will not die for 4 rounds. So you guys have 4 rounds to get to Martin and either stabilize him, which everyone can try to do, or do some kind of cure wound on him. Let me put an effect on him quickly.
At least that was a good roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Too
I'll
bad you
put
didn't
this
do
on
the
him.
opposite way around.
I'm just going to put unconscious on him for now. 1 second. Oh, it already did do that. So do this as a round. This is 4. I don't think there's a death effect. So, all right. So he does that, and then he has a little more movement. Pops over to here.
I'm going to point to Galen like, he's next, right?
All right. So he pops over there, and Jarek, you are now up.
I guess I'm going to try the same thing again.
Right, so the magic, and next time, I'm sorry, you got him.
Advantage.
Awesome, good job. And the way you do that is on your main tab. If you hit the magnifying glass, either you can hit the ADV button in right under the combat tracker, or I did put a little effect on that. You can click on that effect before you roll, and then you can roll, and it'll do it with advantage. But you hit him,
Okay.
did some good damage. It looks pretty worse for the wear, but it's still sloshing around. So,
And then I'm going to retreat.
okay, sounds good. All right, Gallon, you see this thing looks like it's a fair bit smaller than it was, and you see a lot of the jelly is like all around it on the ground, separated from it. It's looking pretty ragged. Hey, DM
All
Stretch,
right, well-
just saw you. Hey, man, thanks for popping by.
I guess I will swap over to my longsword and run on in.
Okay.
Especially since Martin is down.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so I'm gonna run in as I draw my longsword.
Nice. Oh, and one thing, it doesn't matter now, but one thing, you can use your bow at whatever range, even if you're right next to
Okay.
it. So just in the future, but you hit it, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Yep. So I'm gonna run in. Not that it actually matters which one I use, because apparently they're the same damage. But yeah, I'm gonna run in and boom, slice into it.
Oh, it does 1,
Oh,
Flashing damage.
but it did do a little bit. Did do a little bit.
paper cuts.
Right.
Uh,
I should have been splitting it. Oh well. That's all right.
And Gwydion,
Yes.
by default in Shadowdark, and this may be a different thing, but what had flashed up originally was Ochre Jelly, or that's within the combat tracker too. I believe they've got a thing if they take slash.
They do.
You
They
might
do.
want
But
to
I'm.
remember.
Yeah. They do. But I'm. Yeah.
Okay.
But
You
thank
don't want to murder us?
Well, just for this one first combat, I'm being a little nice. All right.
I appreciate that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I take a. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna risk. That's
And can you
6,
do,
and I will get.
before you cast it, can you do your focus check again?
Of course.
So-
I'm so concerned about poor Martin.
That's right. And
Cloak is protecting around myself, and it doesn't. If you fail a focus check, you don't lose the spell. So
that's
I'm gonna go
correct.
ahead.
So you can go turn the. Yeah, we haven't coded that, but I might mention that to the developer. If you fail a focus, maybe we can leave it on. But you do if you critically failed. If you had rolled a 1 instead of a 2, you would have, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
How do
All right.
I?
So-
you showed me how to re-enable it, but I'm keep forgetting.
Oh, that's right. So under the spells, click on that combat button to either toggle or preparation, and then hit that little circle again.
Combat. Got it.
Yep, you got it. And then if you don't mind, I think you can do this yourself, just so you remember. In the combat tracker, you see the little like zombie guy, the zombie guy.
The
If you-
effects.
Yeah, if you click on that, you can take off the protection from evil effect yourself. Just because that's now gone, you can think you should be able to. If not, I can do it. You can hit the little minus or the little slash. Once you click on effects, you should be able to. There you go. Perfect.
I had to do it a second time to confirm it. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Just so you know how to do it. That's all. All right. So now, yeah, if you want to target
Cure
him,
wounds. Yeah, target Martin. There we go.
you might want to go back to your combat instead of preparation.
So it's not letting me target him.
So make sure you click on your token. Okay, you're on your token. If you control left click on,
Control.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it would help if I control.
All good.
Click. Okay. And then to do with advantage, it's
So I put on. So if you hit the little magnifying glass under Cure Wounds, there's a little effect there that says ADV spellcast, and then once you have that on, that effect, and you click on it, then you should be able to just hit the roll. Do you see it? There you go. Now you can just now you click twice. Make sure you take one off.
how do I take it off?
Okay. You got that on 3 times now. So go on to click on the effects,
Oh, now I see. Got it.
and then just like take off 2 of them, and then you'll know how to do it next time. And then yeah, just roll. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. You got him. So go ahead and roll your heal amount against him or on him.
5. What? Okay, so I clicked on the D6 and it rolled a 5, but that didn't show up in the chat. So
Did
what
you
I
just
do
click on a D6 or did you click on the heal?
I just clicked on the D6.
Yeah, so just, click on the heal. There we go.
Okay, 2 points.
All right. So Martin is still prone, but he is up and alive. So very nice.
Wake up, brother! It's a poor time to be sleeping.
So Martin,
hurt.
if you're done, you can pass to Martin, and Martin will be up. All right. So Martin, you got 2 of your 3 hit points back, and you can stand up if you'd like. And I don't know if there's anything specific in Shadow Dark, but you can stand up. I'm gonna just allow that as part of your movement. You're fine.
Alright, so he'll stand up. He's gonna throw his dagger at this ogre jelly.
Okay.
So then roll the attack.
Yep. Oh, nice. Very nice hit. Oh, this thing
That's
just,
nice damage.
yeah. It's like plopping down like it's about ready to go, so. All right. So it sees Gallon right in front of it, so it's going to throw out a pseudopod at him. And the first one hits. And does 3 damage. The second one hits.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
And Gallon goes down. You see this two pseudopods. One hits him in the neck, and the other one hits him in the stomach, and he goes down. Go ahead, Gallon. If you want to roll your death timer, which is on your main tab right next to initiative. Oh, nice. So I think the maximum is 4, but you do have 4 rounds.
You get your con bonus.
But isn't it a maximum of 4 or no? It can go up to 5? That's fine.
I think it can. If you have a con bonus of +4, it can go up to 8.
Oh, really?
As far as I know.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right.
And likewise, though, if you have a con of, if you have
it's a minimum of 1.
Modifier,
it's a minimum of 1. Yeah.
But
All right.
All right. Very nice.
Well, I am unconscious.
You are, but not dead yet. So, Jarek, you are up. What you see, Gallon go down in front of you, but you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to finish this thing off, and then we can worry about him.
Okay, sounds good. Excellent. And remember, you have that at advantage, but you hit, so you're good. So go ahead and roll your damage. See if you can put this thing down.
the only thing is, if you roll it again and you get a 20, you might be able to do double the damage. So
Sure.
might be worth rolling your second d20.
You want,
Yeah.
me, you want me to roll it again? Then?
Sure, you're welcome
Up to
to.
you. And look at that.
Jeez. So Jarek, tell me. Well, go ahead and roll your damage, and it should. I don't know if it's going to double it, but let's see. See if we have that coded that way. I'm curious. I don't think we did.
It says spell check critical succeed, so maybe you'll catch it.
Well, go ahead and roll your damage and let's see what it does. All right. It killed it anyway. We can figure that out next time. So tell us what happens as this missile slams into the ochre jelly and puts it down. Give us a little color.
I aim right for the center of it there and try to make it explode against the wall.
Awesome. Excellent. So this thing is down. And what do we want to do? Does somebody want to try to stabilize Gallon? Any healing? We're out of combat, so I'll let you guys decide how you want to.
I will heal him.
Okay.
So does that advantage stay on, or do I have to add it each time?
You have to add it each time. There might be a way that we can automate that further, but you do have to add it each time. And there's also an ADV button right under the combat tracker if that's easier, but you got it.
All right. I think it's actually my internet, but I've been kicked out again, and I am not currently allowed to rejoin.
Interesting.
It says license key conflict, so I'm.
Oh, it might have
It
you.
still thinks I'm. Yeah.
Do you think I should kick you, or do you think we just need to
Probably
wait a
need to
minute?
kick him.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Now it says disconnected, so I bet it'll
There
let
we
you
go.
now. Yeah.
Yep.
Gallon
All right.
gets 5 hit points back.
Excellent. All right, so let me take him off prone now.
Perfect. That's basically all of them.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And the
it
interesting
is.
thing with coding the critical in is that it doubles any one numeric effect of the spell. So, for example, it could do you know if you crit, the player can choose to do 2d4 damage to their target, or they could essentially change the spell from saying dealing 1d4 damage
Right.
to dealing 2d4 damage.
Yep.
Or change it from doing that to 1d4 damage to one target to 1d4 damage to 2 targets.
Yeah, there's a lot
So
of ways you can. Yeah,
you get it's hard to necessarily do it purely programmatically.
yeah, absolutely. So, okay, so this will be a good time. We're right at 9:30, so I think it's a good time for a 10-minute break. So, for everyone that's listening, both the players and on the stream, I'm just going to take a quick couple minutes to refill my coffee. But about 5 minutes in, I will run the contest to give away the free standard Fantasy Grounds license, and it is the one-time, not monthly, one-time license. So give me about 5 minutes, and we will run the contest, and players will start back in about 10 minutes. So
Okay. Good luck for everybody in the contest.
Thanks, everybody.
Good luck.
All right. All right. So let me go back to All right, so I will go back. I'll put on a timer. Do this for 10 minutes, but 5 minutes in, I will run the contest. So give me, like I said, about 5 minutes and hang in here and we will run it. Start that timer. There we go. All right, be right back, guys. Thanks. to this, and then I'll turn off the overlay for now, and I'll fix that later. And then, guys, I'm going to put in chat a vote. So just in chat within Fantasy Grounds, check the box to tell me you're back. So give me a second. And then once everyone has checked their little circle, I know everyone's back and ready to play.
In chat, and there we go. Circle is ours.
All right. So what am I looking at here? Da-da-da-da.
So Dukesoff gives his lantern a. Oh, actually, I'll wait till we got a 4th check mark.
Okay.
That was a pretty spicy battle.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty good. 2 people down, but you guys were able to heal them, which is good.
Yeah, I'm a little bit squishy.
Oh gosh, everyone is.
The nameless one all went well.
Yeah, given that was our first ever battle ever, I decided not to do the splitting, which I know I could have, but just for this time.
Cool. Yeah, no, that don't totally make sense. I just wasn't sure if you'd seen that.
Oh, I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. All right, Gallon, I don't know if you might be the last one, but I put a little vote in chat to tick mark when you're back. I think it's just Gallon we're waiting. Give him a minute.
I will say though, ochre jellies are nasty. In Shadow Dark, black puddings are horrendous.
I don't know what level they are. Yeah.
I don't even know. I'd have to look, but
Well, let's not run into any of those.
there was one shot I was looking at to potentially run, and they have a situation where you run into a black pudding underwater. It's just mean.
Oh man,
That's cruel.
that is
It's just
cruel.
rude. Yep.
All right, so sorry, Duke's off. You wanted to do something with your torch or your lantern? I'm sorry.
Yeah, just sloshing my lantern a little bit, seeing how much oil there seems like there's still in it if I need to refill.
Well, let's just check, shall we? Let me start it again. 1 second. And yes, Dukes, you do need to refill your lantern. And remember, if you guys start running out of torches, you can always try to leave the dungeon if you know where you are and come back in if you wanted to do that. That's always a possibility. If you find
Are there places we could outside that we could get to rebuy? Or
there are.
In the middle.
Nope, there's a town that's pretty close.
Okay.
Let me just deal with the lights quickly, and then I'll deal with the lights, and then we'll get back in.
So yeah, so I'm down to my last oil flask. So.
All right, so that and all.
I've still got 2 torches left.
Yeah, you guys had a pretty
I've got 1
decent amount.
Yeah, so I think we found at least 1 torch, maybe 2 with that corpse. So.
Oh, that's right. I was going to say, I don't know how that's exactly. All right, I'm just starting. I have a torch feature that shows on the screen, so I like to reset that when you guys have because they can tell when your light's getting really low because the torch on my stream gets very red and goes out. So, all right. So now that you guys,
I don't like having torches and lanterns like cut off like a light switch, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense that you can see it, unless there's just an effect that blows it out that you should know when it's going out. So, all right. So So in this room, you see those mosaic tiles. You don't see much else in this room. You do see a door to the west where, Martin, you see a door right next to you. And the door is bronze and emblazoned with the sun and projecting rays from the sun. So the door is locked. So actually, I always forget if you have to lock the doors in Fantasy Grounds, but it is locked. So please don't open it.
I
So
think
were,
it's a
were the
shift
mosaics
click or
on the
something.
floor?
Yeah, you shift click the door and it locks it.
Thank you, Bryce. I had forgotten that. There we go. Excellent.
I think someone else got to it before me, but
We can share.
I
it.
did. I just
I
did.
said it louder,
No, I did it. So thank you.
which is a common problem I have.
No, that's great. I love it. So I'm sorry. Somebody asked a question about the mosaic. Who asked the mosaic
Was
question?
the mosaic on the floor just the ochre jelly, or is there actually mosaic on floor and walls?
There's mosaic, and basically the mosaic helped camouflage it, and I did a poor DMing job and revealed it too early because I didn't realize it was going to show it immediately. I think it's an extension I have that immediately shows it based on line of sight, unfortunately, rather than leaving it hidden.
Yeah. So just while Martin's looking at that door, just is there any? Again, going with the narrative of being called here by whatever God reached out to me. Are there
Nothing else
is there
that looks.
writing or symbology or anything like that?
Nope,
Of
nothing else
interest?
that looks of note other than just the interesting mosaic on the floor, but there's nothing like significant or symbolic about it. It just looks interesting. That's it.
Go give
about
Martin
the
plenty of light then.
what about the sun symbol on the doors? Any history about that or?
No, no, it's not. It's just certainly the door itself is, most of the doors that you've encountered here have been stone. So this one is bronze and
Just a little different.
yeah, just a little different. And it's almost more, I guess I wouldn't quite say it's a bas relief, but I mean, the sun is just kind of somehow embedded in the door. And it's just, it stands out just a bit from the door, but yeah. And then there's clearly a lock on the door. So
All right, so Martin will listen to the door, check it over, just make sure it's not trapped, and then he'll try to pick the lock if he doesn't find any traps.
okay. You listen and it is quiet on the other end, and you look at the door. Give me 1 second. Didn't mean to. Sorry, I was trying to do push to talk, and yeah, you don't see anything in. You don't see any traps within the door.
All right, he'll try to pick it. I think he's got thieves' tools. Yep.
Okay.
So he'll try to pick the lock. Is there a roll or anything for that?
Give me 1 second. All right, so we will do this.
Most frequently for a thief, it would be.
I think it's just a
dex
dex.
roll with
Yeah,
advantage.
I don't think there's anything. Yeah, that's fine. Let's give you. Yeah, do a dex roll with advantage. You can do it in the open.
And then sometimes, since Shadow Dark has presumed competence, if it's not under stress and it's not a particularly significant lock or something like that, a lot of times you won't even have to. As a thief, you won't have to roll.
This
If
one
you're
was a
non-thief.
yeah, right.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say no. I get it, and this in this case, because he rolled a natural 20, I'm gonna allow him to open it. This was a very unique special lock door, but because he rolled a natural 20, I am gonna let him open the door, which was a very difficult to open.
I'm a unique and special rogue.
That was very impressive. So all right, so yes, you open or you unlock the door, so you are welcome to open and feel free to see what is inside.
Well, yeah, he'll push
You
it
don't have to
open
open it, but
slowly.
yeah, okay. All right. All right, so you open it up and you see this inside. You see these pillars that are it looks like They are these large red pillars, and it looks like there might be images on the pillars, but it's a little hard to see from where you are. So is there anything else
All right.
you want to do?
Hey.
I'll put it down to Martin, and then you can
Yeah.
decide if you want to.
Martin will back up just a little bit and say,
Sure.
the last time I went into a room, I got knocked unconscious. So
Okay. All right, Jarek, you saw your friend unlock this door.
And rather well, he did that.
He did.
I'm
That
just
was
gonna
impressive.
Move forward. I'm just gonna move forward a little bit for the light, but not. I'm not gonna go. Well, I'll go. I'll go to the corner there. I guess there. I'll get brave.
Okay, I like it. All right, so as you go in there, you see, in addition to the pillars, now that you're in the room, at the bottom, you see this bronze throne with a skeleton sitting on the throne that looks to be impaled by a golden spear. And you do see, in particular, you can see a couple of the columns now, and these are red pillars that seem to have some scripts written. You think it's common, but you're still a little bit far away. But it looks like there's some scripts, and it depicts some scenes, but they're a little bit hard to make out from where you are.
If I go one to the south, will I be able to look at the ones on
Sure.
that pillar closest to me?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll do that.
As you step on that, no, I'm just kidding. But as you get closer, you do see that the one pillar in front of you is, it looks like it's in common, but it's in like a more of an ancient common script, and it lists tributes paid to the bull god Oros. And you see in the one in front of you, it's showing some gold that has been being given to the bull god Oros by some some warrior. And that's what you see.
Would I have I haven't really done anything besides read. Would I be able to take a gold coin out of my backpack and toss it onto the throne?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that with a single gold coin.
Okay, you do that, and the coin clatters around the skeleton, like pops through a couple ribs and falls on the ground right in front of the throne. And by the way, that's my image, so don't make anything more out other than what I've described as far as what that throne looks like. I just wanted to put some kind of picture down there.
No problem. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's good.
I'm fully expecting Martin to go grab that coin too.
Nice, I like it. All right, Gallon, what say you?
All right. Well, I think that I am gonna move my way in here. Especially now that I've gone down once, I'm not afraid.
I like it.
So I'm gonna come in here at least right up next to Jarek to see what this room's all about.
All right. So you do see.
Well, that is a really scary throne picture. You're right.
So yes, you do see. So it's a bronze throne, and this skeleton is impaled by a golden spear that kind of sits through its rib cage. That obviously looks like it had been impaled against the throne. It does. As you're looking, you're a little bit closer, I suppose, than Jarek, but it looks like the skeleton wears a gold diadem with a pearl, and its hands are clasped around a what looks to be a pretty nice spear. And what are you just looking at the throne? Or are you looking else around? Just tell me what else, if anything, you're doing.
Yeah, I think the other thing that I'm kind of interested in is these columns throughout the room. Is there anything different about them? Why are some of them red?
So the reason they just seem to be, all of them should be red, and they do have different scripts. Like the one immediately to the south of Jarek has it looks like there's a tribute from a warrior that's giving gold to a bull god, and to The other one that you can see just a little bit to your southwest is another warrior that seems to be giving wheat, so some type of a wheat offering to the bull god.
Hmm.
And that's what you see.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let the rest of the people come on in if they want.
It's good. All right, Duke's off.
So he'll walk in and see all this and
Yeah.
walk up to the pillars and things, and I mean, perhaps this bull god, perhaps Oros is the one who called me here. I don't know if that feels right to me or not, or
I'll
I am
let you.
looking for information about the gods. So.
Yeah, so as you're walking all around the room, I mean, you've seen, there's other pillars, other types of offering, but there's one other that jumps out at you. In addition, it looks like you're seeing these warriors giving the bull god tributes of gold, wheat, and then also in some cases blood. But that's that's all you see. And then obviously, as you get closer to the throne, you get a better look of what I've already described.
I'm just gonna, just for narrative reasons, just make a wisdom check and see what comes up.
Sure, go ahead. And is this more about, again, background or what?
Yeah, this is pure
Okay.
background. This is
Okay,
just,
sure.
if I get something really high, I'll narratively go with something where it's
Sure.
like, yes, I'm feeling a call, and no, I don't think this is not interesting. I mean, this is interesting, but it's not what brings me here.
Fair enough. All right,
And then I shall click next.
sounds good.
Martin's gonna come on into the room then, since nobody got attacked.
Smart.
I didn't know we were your meat shields.
Everyone is a meat shield for a thief.
He's just gonna look around.
Okay. So I know you see much of what I've already described, but obviously you're welcome to do anything different. But everything I've described,
missed
you
it.
get a closer look.
He's
The
gonna pick
skeleton
up.
is a normal sized skeleton.
Yes, it is. It looks like a normal, like some kind of creature, yeah, or human or whatever. But yes. Sorry, go ahead.
He's gonna pick up this gold coin that's laying on the floor and give it a little bite and put it in his pouch.
Excellent. We should have whoever threw that coin take one off, and Martin, give yourself one on your inventory sheet.
I already took mine off.
Okay.
I just added one.
Perfect. All right. Anything else you want to do, Martin?
Nope, that was it.
All right. And one thing I didn't ask, Jarek, does Mage Arbor have a duration? I mean, we should probably have taken
like
that.
10 rounds.
Okay. So, it's ticking down. All right, that's fine.
Down, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. 1 second.
Okay, so in the last room there was like a secret door that we hadn't noticed. So I'm going to go up in the northern section and see if I can find any secret doors.
Okay, go ahead and
like in that area.
Okay, 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second here. And that's two. So you're looking around. You don't notice anything unusual at all. Yeah, you see the wall and there's some cracks and things, but nothing that jumps out to you as if it's a secret door or anything.
Gotcha. Like I said, they're a little bit paranoid about that after the last room. So
No, I don't blame you. All right. What else? Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna come up here and see if I can't examine the throne and the skeleton inside of it.
Okay. All right. And so as you investigate the skeleton, I mean, you certainly notice that the spear looks to be a very nice spear. I mean, the pearl looks to be of really high quality. The throne itself looks very expensive. It's this, a heavy bronze throne that you see as well. So I mean, all of these things look very nice.
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my longsword and I'm gonna just poke the spear.
Okay. All right. You poke it, and as you do that, nothing happens.
Hmm.
And Jarek, as he's kind of poking that, you start hearing a scuttling that's coming up through the door. And if everyone can re-roll initiative for me, you see coming in from the room you were in last, you see one of these guys climbing up,
Dang it.
down from the
Lovely.
wall onto the ground. So let me roll initiative for him. And you can't, I don't think, let's see. Thought somebody had something that says you're not surprised. I think somebody has something that you can't be surprised. I don't
Someone's a
recall.
goblin.
That's how
Goblins
it
have
is.
keen senses.
Got it. So unfortunately, he seemed distracted as he kind of looks into this room that looks awfully cool. Now let me make sure you guys can see him. But he is coming into the room now. And
Well, that image is way less scary than
I
the other
know,
one.
I know. That's why I did the other one.
It's kind of cute.
It's always visible. I know, right? Can you guys see him on the map or no?
I can.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure you could see
I
him.
can't yet, but I think that's blocked by a pillar, probably.
Perfect. All right, Martin, you are up, and you probably heard a little bit of this scuttling up to the northeast as well, but you are up. Martin?
Oh,
Oh,
Martin,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I,
all right.
I was reading my thievery
Oh, gotcha.
ability thing here. All right. Let me get back to my main menu here.
Yeah,
Martin.
if it's currently unaware of you, you get to do some nice stuff.
Yeah, Martin is going to throw a dagger at this thing. Is that with advantage or anything?
I would say as this thing's coming in that it just noticed Jarek first, so I would give you your backstab. So I might have to look at that again, but I think you do it with advantage if I remember right.
Yeah, it's
So
it's you roll with advantage, and then if they're unaware, you get the you add
yeah, I see
a
it.
weapon die, and unless you got the talent that does yet another weapon die, but normally it would just be 2d4 for you.
All right, so what do I do here?
So go ahead and you can click on the ADV button underneath the
Okay.
combat tracker, and then
Advantage.
yep, and
Roll
then
the attack.
yep, that's right.
Oh, I got to target him. Hold on.
That's it.
There we go. That's
All right, and that's a hit. So then you can go into the backstab power.
Put the effect on.
Yep, put the effect on, and then you should be able to roll your damage, and it's probably should roll 3d4, I think.
There we go.
So that slams into this thing, and it screeches a high pitched screech, and yeah, you do some good damage. Very nice.
And Martin's gonna move further away from this thing.
All right,
Into the
sounds good.
shadows.
Good. All right, Duke's off.
Here's the sound of combat and such, and we'll 2, 3, 4, and we'll go ahead and cast Protection from Evil, because this thing looks evil. On
All right.
Galen.
Galen, okay. Sounds good. So now in this case, yeah, first let's see if you get it off. So you can roll your spell roll first. And you rolled it. Oh, was that a advantage or you rolled
I
it?
don't know why
Oh,
I rolled
Gallum.
the second time.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if you targeted it. Somehow it made Galen rolls a charisma check. That was interesting. I wonder if you did it against it. I wonder if you targeted Galen first, because that is part of the protection from evil. So you might have targeted him, but I don't know. Duke's off. Did you?
I control clicked on him, and then
That's why. Yeah. So next time, and that basically you can cast, I think, protection from evil against a creature, and I think that's what it did. Because if I remember right, you can do an opposed charisma against a possessed target or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It got off. So now if you click the magnifying glass, you can click the first effect. We'll apply it to you. And then let's see. I don't know why the second effect should not show self. It should show target, I believe.
I think it's not. I think it's targetable on somebody else.
I'm reading it again, but I'm pretty sure it does say. Let's see.
I think you can
It's a
always
target,
grab
yeah.
the button icon and drag it onto my token.
Yeah, I just wanted to change it to where it wasn't saying self. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So now you should be able to either drag the effect.
Its range is close, so yeah, you can.
So Duke's off. You can control left click Galen now, and then click the second effect, so that applies it on him.
And so control click him, and then control click it.
Actually, hold on. You know what? We should wait. Yeah, this is a little awkward. I'll have to figure out how to do this better. But yeah, but it. So I guess that's fine for now. But it will turn off on the next roll. But that's fine. Let's leave it the way it is. That'll work just fine. So yeah. So you did that. Galen has that protection if this thing happens to be chaotic, and yeah, you can pass if you want.
Look, it sure looks chaotic.
I don't know.
And then that's my movement to here.
We're gonna find out this thing is lawful somehow.
Right. I agree, Eraser.
All
right.
All right, well, I'm going to I'm gonna immediately jump from what I'm doing and take a step over here, and I'm gonna ready an arrow and fire it at our new friend.
Okay. All right, and you do hit it.
Like a hit.
It is a hit.
And yes, I know I tried to talk to the Beastman, and I'm not trying to talk to the evil, the nasty looking spider creature. And yes, I admit it. I'm speciest.
Yeah, wait, actually, hold up. What turns around? Why aren't you talking to the spider creature before we decided to kill this one?
Nice.
It looks nasty.
It does look nasty. You're right.
All right. Any more movement that you want to do, Galen, or do you want to stay where you are?
I think I'll stay here and kind of stand in front of Duke's off.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, let's go with the tried and true magic missiles.
Always.
All right. And this time, yeah, there you go. It looks like you've got the advantage. Perfect. You might have clicked it twice. So hold on. You've got it on you twice.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it'll do more than give you one advantage, but yeah, you might want to take one off. There you go.
Yeah, Shadow Dark does have, canceling advantages. So if you get you have 3 things that give you advantage and 2 things that take it away, it nets out.
Close.
That was very close. Thank God you had advantage. All right, this thing looks super hurt. So unless you want to move anywhere else, this thing looks like it's Like one of
Yeah, I
its
am gonna
8
move.
legs is falling off. And give me 1 second. And this thing, after being like bombarded by all of you when it just wanted to talk, just kidding. This thing turns tail and runs. Yes, it failed its morale check. So it turned tails and runs.
But he might be back.
We can't let it warn any of its fellows if there are any.
All right, what you guys are? You're welcome to do whatever you'd like.
And Bryce, in case you don't know, we don't get XPs for killing stuff. It's all treasure based, so
That's
we
a
don't
good
have
point.
to kill everything.
That's right.
Right, but if it goes and gets a bunch of buddies, that could be bad.
I was gonna say, but I think we do need to kill this one.
Yeah, so Martin's going to run up to the door here and see if he can see this thing where it went.
Yeah, I mean, you only
Can
see.
Duxoff follow behind him to give him light?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm fine with you guys doing it as long as you guys just go your double movement. If you want to do double move or whatever, but yeah, just stay in
So
initiative
that was
and
30.
okay. And
And let me see, count them again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's 60. Oh, and I could see him barely around the corner, but I don't think I could throw a dagger at him around the corner.
No, not if you and if you double move, that is your action. So
Right. Oh, that's right. That's
yep,
right.
that's all right. All right. And then Duke's off. I think you must have double moved to keep the light with him, right?
Yep.
All right. You guys can both pass, and then Gallon is up.
So I will yell out, "The power of the lost compels you to stop!" Just hoping to distract it for a moment.
Okay.
All right, for me, obviously, I'm gonna come and follow.
Yeah.
Myself. Yeah, right there. Maybe there.
All right. There we go. And then Jarek, as all your friends are rushing out towards this Ettercat. All right.
I just did the double move.
Sure.
Yeah, so mechanically, there's no way we're going to be able to catch it. So
It continues to run, but go ahead.
now, alas,
Well,
might as well go and collect what we can from that room.
Martin will go down here and say, "You got away."
Okay. All right.
And he'll head back towards the room. 60.
Sounds good.
Moving a dash.
Great. All right. And Duke's off.
Roll to maintain that. Galen, perhaps while you are shielded, you're cloaked in my god's power, go and see about pulling that spear out of that skeleton.
Oh, gotcha.
In case it rises against you, you'll be defended. But it looked like it might be worth something.
So Duke's
Better
off.
get that throne.
Yeah, Duke's off. Make sure you you don't have to put it on him yet because I'll tell you when, but put the focus effect on you and let's wait before you put it on Gallon. Because it'll tick off. Oh, I guess it's already on him. That's fine. But make sure you put the effect on you. Yeah, there we go. Focus. Perfect. All right. So you're asking Gallon to go run down and check out the treasure?
Yep.
All right. I suppose I will do that.
Okay.
Not sure I can get all the way there in one action, but
You should be able to get there. It's a question of whether it's a multitask to pull the spear out or if it's an action.
All right. So I will put this in the party sheet for now. But you do well if it lets me. Hold on, it should. Why is that not? Interesting. Should be able to just drag the whole parcel. There we go. So I put it in the party sheet, Gallon, but so the throne is, I mean, you think it is worth a fair bit of gold. You think it's worth 50 gold, but it is very heavy. You can lug it out, but it's going to take 2 equipment slots for someone. And then the gold diadem with the pearl, that is also very valuable. You think it's worth 60 gold. And the spear is looks like it might be some kind of magical spear. So if anyone has like, I don't think there's a specific mechanic in Shadow Dark that I recall, but if anyone has like any type of background or even the magic user, I think I will allow you to determine what that is. If anyone has anything that's kind of themes,
The mechanic for it is the detect magic spell.
is it?
And if you focus for 3,
Ah,
first round you can detect magic, and then if you focus on it for 2 more rounds, you can determine the nature of the magic.
okay, helpful. I didn't recall that. Does anyone have detect magic? So.
Unfortunately, I do not.
Well, I would say again, if any of you have any other backgrounds that you think would be relevant, I would let you maybe do a check with that as well. But otherwise, yeah, you can determine if you would like. I'm going to give you.
Oh, my background's a noble. Did this thing look like it's nobility or?
I think that could be relevant. So why don't you give me a? I guess I would say an intelligence check with advantage.
Probably finely crafted with no sign of corrosion.
Yeah. 11. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you definitely know it's magical, but you don't quite understand know what this is. But you obviously think it's a very fine spear with some type of magical properties. So if you guys
Can I
want to,
go in there? Can I go in there and check it out too?
and what just as a magic, do you have anything in your
Yeah.
background or just more of your magic background?
My background's just like as a street urchin kind of thing there, but I am a
You're a
I
wizard.
am a wizard.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you do it as well. I'll let you do an intelligence check with advantage. All right. So yes, you do know that this is extremely fine crafted, and it is a +1 spear. So it's a +1 spear, and anyone who wields the spear cannot be surprised. So it's just obviously it's just that individual, not the entire party, but anybody that has this and wields it cannot be surprised.
Sounds like a fighter weapon to me.
I obviously did let him know what I found out.
Yeah. Cool.
all right.
All right. So yeah, you can decide whoever wants that in the party sheet. You guys can grab or talk amongst yourselves and decide if you want to take any of that. I'm going to give you. That's a pretty big treasure, so I'm going to give 3 XP for that, and I'll assign this. I'm going to call that an extra special treasure, and I'll assign all this after the game. But based on what you found the first session and this, you're up to 5 XP, 10 XP. You can level up to 2nd level.
Well, I would say once we fully investigate this room, we take this throne and lug it on out. I'm running low on oil for my lantern, and my throat's a bit parched. It might be nice to get out, replenish our supplies, and have a drink or two to celebrate what we found. Thank you.
Absolutely, you can do that. It's up to you guys. It's up to the party.
Yeah.
I think a drink would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, if
got
you-
one slot left.
Yeah, I was going to say, figure out how you guys can carry it amongst yourselves. And if you need to shuffle around some inventory, you can certainly exchange things between each other and determine who could possibly carry it.
So I'll carry the pearl, something a rogue would probably carry.
Okay.
Um,
As long as
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll take the spear.
have- anybody have
Derek,
two
perhaps
slots?
between you and I, we can manage this throne. I certainly can't. I mean, Duxov has the slots for it because he's used all the oil, but I just can't see the strength 6 guy carrying the throne, on his own.
Yeah.
Derek, if you take one side, I could probably take the other.
if
I have a slot left, so I could do that if we're gonna do it.
if you guys want to do that, I'll let you. Like you're going to have to move slowly, and you're going to have to kind of not have anything else at the ready. But yeah, you guys can tag team it if you want. I'm fine with that.
I'd rather
Well-
just come back for it myself.
Well, I think if we're leaving, we want to try and get it out with us.
Yeah, so we could have some money to buy stuff.
Cut routes and
I have 2 slots available, so mechanically I can carry it. I just if narratively he's
Or
being helped along.
whoever's got a good strength can give you 2 items and then they can carry it.
Absolutely.
Two
That works.
mundane items.
Yep. All right.
My strength's only a 9 though.
Better than my 6.
I've only got twice as much as Duke's off.
Yeah, I
12.
think you're right, Eraser. He was a little surprised.
But if you want me to carry it, I can.
Let's do it and not get too tied up in it. Since we have the slots,
All right.
So I'm going to put my grappling hook on the party sheet.
Okay. Just to like basically drop that, and you can have it in here if you want or something.
Yeah, how do you find the party sheet again? Oh, there we go.
Okay. Is everybody taking what they want from the party sheet?
So I took the grappling hook, but it showed up as Jarek to party grappling hook and didn't increase the slot. So
Did you drag it by the arrow like?
Yeah, so I know so you grab the little arrow that's in the party sheet next to where it says I don't know if it says ID on yours, but there should be a little like arrow that points to the right, left click hold and drag that onto your inventory tab, and it should
and how do I open the party sheet again? I'm sorry.
That's right. The top right under tools, there's a button next to the torch that looks like 3 people. And that's the party
got it.
sheet.
Okay.
And then the inventory tab. Did you find it?
I brought up character selection. Sorry, it's under tools.
Under
Oh,
the
Very,
top.
very top.
Yeah,
I was
very
Just a
doing
little
under
square
character.
button.
Yep,
Yeah.
I did the wrong thing. All right, there we go. Part sheet. Okay. All right, cool.
And then once you get to inventory, if you left click and drag that little right arrow onto your inventory tab, it should bring the grappling hook onto your tab, onto your character sheet. Perfect.
Okay.
You got it. Awesome. All right. So if you guys want to start making your way out and see if you remember how to get out of here, you can start the process of leaving. See if you run into anything on the way out.
Oh, hopefully not.
Thundering monsters, you never know. You've only had one random encounter so far, the little Ettercap guy.
Are we still doing initiative order?
Yep.
Or?
Yep. Let's leave it. I mean, yeah, let's keep it in order just so I can run and see if you.
We're at the risky business of leaving with a hostile wandering around.
So just mechanically, we only have one person grabbing it or carrying the throne, right? Like It's kind of tied
Yep.
up on their back. Okay, perfect. All right. So Gallon, you're up. You can lead the way, or you can kind of I don't remember, you don't have light, but yeah, it's up to you if you want to wait for the others to go first with the light. You.
I think we'll, like I say, just I'll grab his belt at the back of his belt and follow behind him.
Yep. Gallon, do you want to pass, or do you want to? Is there anything you want to do, Gallon?
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
I did not realize it was my turn. I think. Yeah, I guess because Jarek has the light, I don't want to go too far ahead.
That's all right. Yeah.
I think he's allowing Duxoff to just follow behind you if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine as long as we kind of generally keep. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll go in front since I've got that new spear. I'm gonna keep that spear at the ready.
Perfect.
And let's just exit out of here as quickly as we can.
You might have to remind Gallon. I think his memory might not be great from the last session, so you might, if you know how to get out of here, you might have to remind him a bit which way to go.
Oh,
We'll guide him.
Will.
All right.
Perfect. Getting knocked unconscious by that jelly really jostles the memory.
Yes, it does. Don't mind those rolls.
All right.
As long as they don't roll an encounter, we won't.
All right, so I think we're going Gallon, Duxoff, Jarek, and Martin, and just sort of heading as quickly as we can towards that second exit that we found, because that's, I think, the closest to us.
Okay.
You can pass your turn there, Duxoff.
Oh, sorry. Oh, and I need to maintain focus.
Okay, I'll just throw myself forward so when it's my turn, I can just pass.
Why is it not? Oh, because I had.
Oh, and you fail. So remember, you do have a luck token, but they are hard to come by.
I don't know why it only gave me a +1 on that, because I should have a +4.
Hold on. Let's look. Why is that? And that was protection from evil. It's because the casting stat is set to intelligence. Is that wrong?
Yeah, it should be charisma it should be wisdom for a priest. Protection from evil is a spell that is either an arcane or a divine.
Good to know. So with 4, I just changed it to now to wisdom. So so go ahead and keep it, and you can turn it back on. You know how to do that now, so you can enable it again. All right. So that is still good. And Jarek, mage armor, I guess that's why we should keep it in initiative order, because looks like you still have a few more rounds left on mage armor. All right. So Gallon is still leading the way.
Lead on, Gallon.
Martin's following behind.
We may have lost Bryce.
Nope, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
All right. And now I have no idea. I mean, I know it's down through this way, but what I don't know is if it's
to the right.
Right. Good call.
You mean right as he's walking down, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha. All right.
We'll just end up right here.
Keeping an eye out for that swirly looking.
Yeah, do I see any spider monsters?
You do not. You hear a very large groan,
that's
bellow coming from the door to your east. But all right, Duke's off. You're up.
That's the Minotaur thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and tell Duke stuff. I think we need to be quiet.
I agree.
All right. Still good.
Yep. Let's run.
But quietly.
Yes.
Hey, where's the rest of us?
They're up. They're still up above, so they haven't come down too much yet. I don't know if they passed their turn
You want-
or.
You want to just figure out how many rounds it would take us to get out, then roll that many random encounters, and
Do you know which way you're going? As long as you're confident you know the way out, that's fine. I don't mind. I don't want to role play it if you guys really know where you're
I'm
going.
confident somebody else knows the way out.
All right, that's fine. Give
well,
me,
I guess I don't necessarily remember each twist and
That's all right.
turn, so it was kind of labyrinthy.
That's all right.
So
No, that's right. I don't want to like make this a boring like. So hold on. Give me a second.
and I also don't think I think the dead ends were pretty short. So
Yeah. I think you would be able to figure it out. One more. All right, so we'll get you off the map, but you do make your way out, and you hear a few grunts and groans from what you can only suspect is the Minotaur, but you are able to make your way out to, out of, at least for now.
Since we were following, did we make it out too?
Oh yeah, yeah, you did. You guys all made it out. So, all right. We will.
the thing about this is we'll get to go through the carousing mechanics.
We'll close this down. I think what we'll do. So let's. So you guys are off the map. I haven't taken you out yet, but you are off the map. But let's just do a couple things. It'll be a good time to stop, and maybe we'll do the carousing next time. But what we can do is I'm going to share with you. You guys, you get out, you go into town, and when you go into town, you go to a local shop, and I'm going to share this with you, and hopefully you all see that. Now, we can only have one person go in at a time to actually buy and sell, but you should be able to see this shop, and you should be able to see what they have for sale. And then I think I might have to manually do the selling to the shop. But there's a little halfling guy, Sage Thornsberry, who runs a local shop that doesn't have a ton of equipment, but he has some. So does anyone want to start? And we can sell. Let's see. What do we have to sell? What do you guys want to sell for the moment?
Should we put everything we're selling back into the party sheet?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
That way we can distribute the gold.
Yep. I like that.
I think at least for now, having you keep that spear, if it is magical as Jarek thinks, could be
Oh no,
the
we
best
should
use.
definitely keep the spear, but he could sell whatever else he didn't need.
And what
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think I took anything else, so I'm gonna.
There was the horn.
I'm gonna see how this works, but I'm gonna try to award XP. I think this should give you 5, but give me 1 second. 20. Oh, that's probably right. 5 times 4. So I think that's right. Is it?
Yep, I got
update?
5.
Awesome. Oh, 5? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. Yep, there we go. I'm good with that. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it should have been. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So anything else? Just the gold throne. Are we selling the bullhorn, or is that nostalgic?
So I'm trying to drag the bullhorn and the emerald onto the party sheet, but it's not.
Are you doing it to the inventory tab?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just do the opposite. Grab the arrow and drag
Right.
it over to the party sheet
Oh,
and
I
drop it
wasn't
there.
grabbing the arrow.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Perfect.
And well, that's weird. I now have 3 bullhorns in my inventory, and the emerald is. Oh no, the emerald's now in the party sheet.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off one. It's okay. You got it. Okay. And we should take off.
How do I delete an item?
You should be able to either right click on the name of it and then delete.
There we go.
All right. So is that everything everybody wants to sell? If so, and I think it's set. Well, it'll sell it all for half, which fine with that, unless anybody wants to try to. Yeah, I mean,
Can
I think
can I make a charisma check roll or something to bargain it up?
I'll let
do
you,
that.
whoever those of you that have high charisma, I'll let you both try. Give me a check, and you can do it in the open, and I'll decide. Like the standard will be 50%, but I might roll it up a little bit depending on what you guys roll. All right, that's Martin and Duke's off. Yep. All right.
Nice.
Based on that, I'll say you guys can move it up to 70%. So give me a second. Move that up to 70 and let's sell.
Look, carvings on this. You know.
And then if I remember right, is there a way I need to? Okay. So I'm going to assign that gold. This should work. 1 second. All right. Did that distribute it across you all? If you look at your gold, should have.
Yeah.
I think you all got about
112.
perfect.
Yep.
All right. Awesome.
Yep.
So if there are, like, if you guys want to do, we can do some shopping now, and then I'll do the carousing next session. But does anyone are there some specific things you guys want to buy? And I can drag you individually. You can all look at the shop, but I can drag you individually into the shop, and you can buy from the shopkeeper. If anyone knows what they want, I can drag you in first. This is an extension.
Martin would be looking for a bow, so if you could just tell me how much, because I've only got 44 gold pieces. If I don't have enough, I have to come back sometime later.
It looks
short bow is 6 gold typically. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, what did you ask for? A short bow or a long bow? I didn't hear what you said.
What's the cost of each one?
Short bow is 6. Like if you see it, it's 6 gold pieces for a short bow, and then a long bow is 8 gold pieces.
And a thief normally cannot use a longbow, so unless you have
gotcha.
something that's giving you that, you'd be rolling at disadvantage or some other horrific thing with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Martin would like to purchase a short bow.
Do you see the and I can just do this for you if you want, but
Your other option is a crossbow. The trade-off,
Let's do
the short
this.
bow does a D4, the crossbow is a D6, but you have to spend your move action to reload it. So you're less mobile, but you do more damage.
oh, hold on, it's not what I wanted to do. So are you good with the short bow? Is that what you wanted? There's one
Yeah, I think
short
I'll do
bow.
the
Okay,
I think I'll do the short bow.
got it. And so
I don't see the shop. Did you share the shop?
I did. I shared it with everyone, and I had you in there, so I just did. Are you guys not seeing it?
I didn't see it
Where
pop up.
where would it show up?
It should be under story entries, and I thought it would have. Well, hold on.
It shows up right at the very bottom.
Is it under shop? Do you guys have a shop like at the very bottom? Do you see?
I do, and I
oh,
see Martin
yep.
in there right now.
Okay.
Shop, yep.
Oh, there it is. Shop.
No, sorry, it's in. I didn't realize that's how it showed up.
Yeah, I do
There we
not
go.
see it.
So it's in the right menu of Fantasy Grounds. I didn't realize that. Like under campaign, there's a whole nother section
at
that
the
says
very,
shops.
very bottom.
Yeah, it's under character.
Oh, sorry, not under
Oh.
campaign, under character. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I
All
didn't
right.
realize this is the first time I've used this, so I didn't realize that's how it showed up. So Martin, is that all you want? And we can just click purchase, and I can.
Does it come with arrows?
Actually, you'd have to buy arrows. They're
Yeah.
I think they're 5 copper pieces.
copper.
Yeah, a
for
piece.
One gold
Sure.
piece for 20s. Typically.
Let me know how many you want of those. It looks like he has 30 in stock.
Unless anybody else needs arrows, I will buy 30.
Fine. If everybody else is good, we can do that, and that would be all of his inventory, and that would be 11. I think, I think you should have enough for that. So are you good?
Yep.
All right. And that should have taken that off. So does anyone else want to
I
go
want
into
to
the
go in
shop?
there and buy some torches.
All right, Jarek. Second.
Oh, that distributed to the party. So.
Oh, it did?
I gotta go.
Oh, it
that's what
shouldn't
the
have. It
thing
should.
says. Oh no, it came onto my sheet.
Okay, good.
But it just I was reading the chat.
Yeah, I did. I saw that too. So, all right, Jarek, you're in there. So if you want, you can drag what you want. Using the arrow, you can drag into items for purchase, and it should tell you a running total of the cost. And if you
Do I
want to
have
get rid
drag
of,
it once for each, or
I think you can, like if you did torch, you can just click the up or down arrow to do more torches in the items for purchase. So if you want to buy, yeah, there you go, and it'll deduct it. So he only has I think 5 or 6 torches total, but or maybe it's not even that much. I don't know how many he has, but. And then yeah, if there's anything,
I'm looking
yeah,
through just to make
yeah,
sure there's
sure,
nothing else.
absolutely.
Might need to get rid of something.
Yeah, and you can do that if you want before the next session. But yeah, there and you might need to, if you need to sell it, you can drop it in the party sheet and we can distribute that gold
I
too.
put whoever's grappling hook that was. I put it back in the party sheet too. So
Okay, I'm not going to bother with it though, because I think I will need the slots for what I'm buying here.
I can carry it then.
And you can take it out of the party sheet if Duke's off. If somebody threw something in there and you want to grab it, you can take it out of the party sheet. Oh, hang on. I should.
I hit purchase, but it didn't do anything.
You hit what?
Is-
Purchase? Oh,
I
really?
hit is it because it's all in silver piece and all I have is gold?
Nope, it shouldn't. Let me try to do it. Maybe I have to. It shouldn't, but let me try to do it myself, and then look at your gold after I do this. Yeah, I'm wondering.
That worked.
That's interesting. I didn't think I would have to do it, but that worked.
Did they put a setting for this extension in the in your options?
Good point. Let me check. Really good question.
Yeah, you might have a only GM can approve purchases.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe no, I don't see it. I might have to ask.
All right.
Yeah, I might have to ask him. That was a good question or a good thought. I mean. All right.
Okay,
If
I'm
not,
good.
that's a good solution to that problem.
Yeah, seriously. Anyone else want to buy? I can drag you in.
Yeah, I would need some leather armor.
And I think he does have a few sets of leather armor.
Would you rather
and-
have chainmail? Because I can give you the money.
If you
I'm
want
happy
to
with
give me
it.
the money, then
How much do you need?
because I only have 28 gold.
Okay, I'll give him 40 of my gold. Okay.
So just so you know, not that if you don't care, it's fine, Gallon, but it does give you disadvantage on stealth checks and swim checks. Not that you may not care about that, but just FYI.
Yeah, I'll say I don't care.
That's fine. Yeah, totally good. So you can take that leather armor down to 0 and drag on the chainmail if you want, but make sure you guys
I
reassign the
took
gold.
40. Yeah, I
Okay.
took 40 off of my character.
So Gallon, you can add 40 to yours, and then we should be able to make this work.
Does he get 5 gold for trade-in value?
5 go. Oh, I don't think this guy wants any more any used armor.
Oh.
All right. Anything else you want, Gallon? And you can certainly take your time.
Well, someone was buying leather armor, right? Instead of buying it, can they just use gallons if they rinse it off a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Get the sweat stains out?
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody can use it. No problem.
I don't have any. That's why I'm buying some.
Oh wow,
I
you
rolled
have
really
it.
poorly on my starting
Oh.
equipment, so I could not afford any kind of armor.
Now I get it. I missed
Yeah,
it.
There you
it
go.
was I either get a weapon or I get armor, and
Oh
I
my
chose
gosh.
a weapon.
I like it. All right.
So Gallon upgrades to chainmail, and Martin gets his
Is there anything else?
hand-me-down
Do I
leather.
need to purchase? Is that all you want, Gallon? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't
Okay.
need anything else.
I
All
already
right.
had leather armor.
Oh, who was it who didn't have any leather?
Well, Gallon didn't have anything. That was his point. Is that he didn't have enough.
Yeah,
he
I
didn't have enough
any
money.
armor.
Anyone else want to purchase? Any?
Yeah, Duke's off will need oil.
Let me drag you in there. All right. So go ahead and you can look through the shop, and if that's all you want, no problem. But there's a few. I think there's a few. Yeah, there's a few oil flasks in there.
There's only a total of 4, huh? Okay.
Somebody has a grappling hook, right?
I
yes.
do.
Yeah, I
Would you
still
like
have
that?
one.
No, I need to drop something, so I'm going to drop my grappling hook.
Yeah, I still have one, even after giving one away.
All right, I'm dropping my grappling
Go ahead.
hook because I got too many slots used.
All right, and then rations. If I drag a ration over, is it going to drag over a set of 3 or just an additional one?
I don't. Yeah, it looks like one.
Oh.
So you can do it the up arrow for 3 and make it an even if you want.
Okay.
And there's a little up arrow in the items for purchase that you can, if you want to make it 3, you can.
Well, I was just replenishing. I had 1 ration left, so just replenishing up to 3. Okay. I mean, I'd love to buy more oil flasks, but unless someone wants this grappling hook. How many grappling hooks do we have?
I don't know. You can look in the party sheet. I think I turned it on to where you guys can see all inventory that's
Yeah,
carried.
well, it still
Maybe
says
this-
I have one. I dropped mine. I don't know why.
Maybe it needs
What,
to like.
does it?
Sorry.
Would this shopkeeper want this fine grappling hook in exchange for another oil flask?
Are you saying that because you just don't have enough money, or what's the
No,
mechanic that you're?
I'd rather just not drop it into the void.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
No one else seemed to want it, so
That's fine. That's fine.
I just gave it to him for free.
Okay. Right. Anything else that you want in there, Duke's off?
I'd love lots more things, but I can't carry them.
I know that's the one thing that's nice about Shadow Dark. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Nightmare.
You haven't added the additional rations yet there.
No, he only has the one. He's only added the one so far. I thought that's what he was saying.
I
Duke's
thought you
off.
said 3 that you wanted.
Well, I think he said he was replenishing, but Duke's off. If you want
Yeah.
more than one, you just need to hit that up arrow in the shop and under the items for purchase. You can make that 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah. I think we should probably, before we head back in, load up on rations because we can always give those to the Beastmen. I mean, they're really cheap and they seem to go a long way with building goodwill.
You can.
I could probably purchase more. I only have 1.
All right. So Duke's off. Do you want more or are you good? And I can
No,
click purchase.
I'm all oil flasked up.
I know, but the rations, you only wanted the one, right? Just to confirm.
I did 2.
No, you're only showing as one.
I don't know how
I never saw the second one. I mean, I can click the up arrow, but I just wanted to make sure I knew that you wanted 2, so I can do that. Now you have 2. Now you have 3. So
Oh, sorry. Let me stop doing stuff.
yeah, I'll just make it 2.
I see. Items for purchase over.
That's
on
what
the
I was.
side
Yeah,
there.
sorry, I thought it. Yeah. So all right, we'll
Great.
purchase that. And so
Sorry, I was dragging the arrow over into my own inventory, which
got it.
now I'm okay. Got it. I was excellent. I'll fix that.
So Jarek or Martin, did you guys want some more ration? Jarek, I'll put you back if you want to grab a couple more rations. You're welcome to.
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're good. All right.
Yeah, Martin will purchase some.
Okay, I'll drag you back in. You can do a few rations and then next time, while Martin's doing that, the way carousing will work, you guys can think about the amount of gold you want to contribute. It all goes into a pool, and then each person gets to roll on the carousing table, and depending on how much gold you've all collectively put in, you get a bonus to that roll, and then we get to determine what each of you gets from the carousing. So we'll do that next time.
Yeah, I was saying it's the thresholds are 30, 100, and 300. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing the 30 gold carousing.
Sounds good. All right. If that's everything that you all want to purchase, I think it'll be a good time to stop there, and then we'll maybe start the next session with carousing. We'll see what you guys want to do. This is one of those adventures where you can go in and out of this dungeon several times. Obviously, you might fight the Minotaur. You might not. It's up to you, but we can go at least one more session if you guys are enjoying it, and then we can determine if we want to end it there or you want to do 2 more sessions. I'll kind of leave it to the group on if you guys are having fun and the time slot still works for another session or 2. But yeah, I enjoyed it, but I want to make sure you guys are still enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, I'm having a good
totally on
time.
board.
Cool. All right. Well, let's plan on next week, same time, and I'll just close up the stream, and yeah, we'll start with carousing when we play next. So appreciate it, guys. That was fun.
Definitely. Thanks all.
All right.
Have a great rest of the
See you
weekend,
guys
everyone.
next week.
Thanks.
Cool. You too.
Awesome. Well, thanks, stream. Appreciate it. At least we got into a little combat. We got into a little
I'm
shop.
gonna have to drop them
and-
2 rations back because it put me over again.
Oh, okay. You can just
I just change it back.
just
to
manually change it and give yourself back if it took some gold. You can manually give yourself back some gold.
I don't remember how much it was. I think it was copper.
Yeah, I think it's 17 copper per ration, something like that. Yeah, it sounds right. But all right, yeah, need more player
Yeah,
deaths, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's probably because it's
Agree.
five silver pieces for 3.
Could be. All right, guys. Well, until next time, I'm going to shut down the stream, but I appreciate it and gave away a free license to the Goat Man. I'll have to give that to
Have a
him.
great
But
rest of your weekend, everyone.
Yeah,
you too. But thanks for joining us, and hopefully you guys join us next
Thanks,
week.
Lydian.
So
Fun.
until next time. Yeah, that was a good time. All right, guys. See you next time.